Hey guys, it's Zach here, and today we're checking out another Kung Fu 88 Films US release, Legendary Weapons of China, aka Legendary Weapons of Kung Fu. Originally released during the 1982 New Year, our film is directed by Lau Kar-leung and produced by the Shaw Brothers Studio. Legendary Weapons of China is a daring mix of action and comedy, featuring the famous 18 weapons of Chinese martial arts, as well as an array of spiritual boxing, sorcery, and magic. Now brought to us on Blu-ray in 2022, we've got a great release from 88 Films to check out. Before we get to our physical copy, let's talk a bit about the film itself. Our movie centers around the mystical art of spiritual boxing, and its wave of high regards mixed with doubt, as those who preach the practice believe that with enough time and dedication, they can even withstand gunfire. Of course, it seems this claim is a sham, as famous spiritual boxer and kung fu fighter Louis Gong, played by director Lau Kar-leung, leaves the circle after disbanding his school. He sees the sorcery for what it is, and wishes to end the needless loss of life in pursuit of the inane. However, when one leaves the greater circle, they're seen as a traitor and marked for death. So Louis Gong hides away in Canton under the guise of Uncle Yu. We're introduced to a variety of assassins sent by various branches of the greater spiritual boxing community to hunt down and kill Louis Gong, all played by some great names from the industry. We have Xiao Ho, Wai Ying Hung, Gordon Liu, Lau Kar-wing, and even a hilarious appearance and performance from Alexander Fu Sheng. A great cast, making for some awesome matchups and blood-pumping fight scenes. Legendary Weapons of China features a wide assortment of fighting styles, from traditional hand-to-hand kung fu to all sorts of weapon-based wuxia. We even get some crazy wire fu and special effects action, making for an overall eccentric watch. Not only are the fights fast-paced and interesting, but they can also be comedic at times. In fact, this whole film has a touch of comedy that works so well. Lau Kar-leung's directing style lends itself great in adding a tinge of laughter to otherwise dark or intense scenes. The film as a whole is a self-aware commentary on some of the more questionable or nihilistic aspects of kung fu cinema, and it does an absolutely entertaining job of exposing certain elements of the genre and its roots. Overall, I really enjoyed Legendary Weapons of China. The fights are thrilling, hilarious, or sometimes both, and the story held my interest well enough, and kept my mind in a haze, as I never knew what to expect next from the variety of characters and events. Check it out for yourself, and let me know down in the comments what you think of the film. Until then, we've got a physical copy from 88 Films to unbox, so let's jump on over to our release. Here we are with Legendary Weapons of China, as released by 88 Films. It comes with a standard slipcover, featuring new artwork from the always awesome Kung Fu Bob. All of our release information is on the back, and underneath we have a clear case with a matching sleeve. If we open it up, we get a single Blu-ray disc on the right, as well as a couple of physical bonuses on the left. We have, of course, a fold-out poster, as well as a booklet to read. The booklet runs 24 pages cover to cover, and contains an article by Andrew Graves, where he discusses Lau Kar-leung's filmography, as well as Legendary Weapons of China in particular. The writing is interspersed with a variety of photos and stills, and makes for a nice read. With that aside, we can move back to our poster, which will unfold to find it's a fairly small size, but it's two-sided, featuring the new artwork on one side, and the original poster work for the film on the other. Finally, we jump back to the Blu-ray case to find the sleeve is, as usual, reversible as well, featuring the same two artwork options. With that, however, we've covered the physical aspect of this release, so let's go see what all is included on the disc. 88 Films brings us Legendary Weapons of China, remastered in HD from the original 35mm negatives. The film is presented alongside both the Cantonese and English audio options, with newly translated subtitles. On top of that, we get 3 commentary tracks to listen to as well, with some of my favorite names as usual for this release. The first track features the dynamic duo, Mike Leader and Arna Venema, while the second and third tracks feature Frank Zhang. For one of his recordings, Zhang also brings along his guest host and martial artist, Michael Worth. Leader, Venema, and Zhang are all great commentators, and each bring their usual energy that keeps me coming back. If you enjoyed the film, be sure to check out the assortment of commentary tracks for those rewatches. With the feature presentation aside, we look now to a fistful of video bonuses. We get, of course, an original trailer for the film, as well as an assortment of interviews. Our first is with journalist and film critic David West, running 13 minutes long. West talks about his experience in discovering the movie for himself back in the VHS rental days, and how the film is a sort of commentary on kung fu cinema, being very self-aware to the point of satire and critical of the genre and its real-world foundations. A great discussion on West's part of the deeper meanings behind the movie and what the film as a whole has to say. Our second interview was originally recorded in 2004 and features actor and martial artist Gordon Liu. Running at 15 minutes long, Liu's interview sees him discuss Legendary Weapons of China retrospectively, as he recalls various cast and crew, talks a bit about shooting the film, and regales about other productions alongside Lau Kar-leung. Our final interview runs just under 25 minutes long and features producer Titus Ho. He talks about his work with the Shaw Brothers studio, from having to put out 5 to 6 films a year as an associate producer, to the film Legendary Weapons of China itself, closing out our collection of interviews with a bang. Overall, the interviews total out at just under an hour long and make for some great inclusions after the feature presentation. They round out this release as we have another fantastic Blu-ray entry from the sprawling list of Shaw Brothers productions. 88 Films, Arrow Video, and other boutique labels continue to put out these releases, and I'm always hungry for more. Legendary Weapons of China was a satisfying pick, and is one that's definitely worth revisiting again in the future. Let me know down in the comments if you're interested in this release, or maybe what other Shaw Brothers Blu-rays you're excited for in the future. For now, thanks so much for joining me here again on Pajama Theater. Like this video and subscribe to support the channel, and as always, thanks again, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.